Hello everybody, Assassinator back with another Halo Infinite weekly update video for week number 49. We're so close to that winter update. But we're going to go ahead and start off with talking about the event or the lack of event this week. We don't have the event this week, but it will return next week. So make sure if you have not completed the Entrenched Fracture event pass, that you do actually log in next week if it's something you're interested in to at least move up 10 more tiers in that event pass. Because this will be the end. I don't see it coming back in this way for you to actually obtain those items. So make sure you're here next week for that and you put the time in if needed. But after that, let's go ahead and move on to the shop, which is you see 4 bundles. 2 of them are repeats, 2 are new. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this $8 weapon coating bundle. So each coating is roughly about $1 because 8 coatings, $8, $1 a piece. So we got for the Hydra, we got for the Sniper, we got the Bulldog. Bulldog actually looks pretty cool. I like how shiny the bullet holder is. The Spanker, really cool looking. We got the Commando. We got the BR. Again, the BR looks pretty nice too. Overall, I would say all of these look really nice. And at $8, it's not a bad deal. I know that there are packs that I've seen for something like $3-4, but they're usually, I guess, basic. I would go ahead and call them basic. How I see them, they're basic. Obviously, you might like them. But let's move on. Next, we got the Sky Marshal, and this is for Eagle Strike. A lot of Eagle Strike items this week, yet we don't have the Fracture event going on. Usually these appear during the Fracture events. So, we got, I call this the Rocketeer. For anyone who watched that movie, probably in the early 90s. You get the attachment for that. And then you get this purplish color right here. Not a bad looking color, but I like how mine looks better. Yeah, I don't really care for the whole makeup of this. Again, it does look cool, but just does not look better than mine. My whole setup. Okay, let's move on to the new item, which will be this trench knife for $2. One item, $2. I can't really show you it a whole lot, but as you see, it's up there on the shoulder. All in all, it's nice, but it's kind of minimalistic. I kind of like the whole chest piece that I have. And the thing that sucks about this is if you have a chest piece, it removes it in order just to put this knife on there, so your chest is kind of basic. So I won't be purchasing this one. Then last but not least, Outback Storm at $4. Looks like 2 different coatings. So again, for the Eagle Strike, let's go and see what that looks like on my character. It actually looks pretty cool. I kind of like, I don't know, I want to call it the candy cane stripes. That to me, that's what it looks like to me right there. So all in all, it looks nice. But again, not better than the coating I currently have. Let's see what it looks like on the AR. Again, looks nice, but it's not wow. It's not something that makes me want to buy it. And it's basically $2 a piece, which isn't actually bad for these, I guess, unique coatings. These are considered epic. So I would say $4 isn't bad, again, if you're going to use both of them. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the weekly item or the weekly challenge that leads up to the item. So over here, we can see what you get, which is the stance called That One. So basically, it's you pointing at someone saying, I'm going to kill that one over there. You know, something like that. But basically, the ultimate challenge, challenge number 21, is to melee kill 10 enemies in PvP matches. So overall, should come pretty easy. I mean, just grab your AR, run at the guy, blasting him, and just melee him at the end. There's a chance that you're going to get killed at the same exact time, but hey, you're working closer to getting those 10 melee kills. That'd be my strategy if I had to tell you one on how to complete this. Now I have a lot of poses, so I'm not going to grind away for this one. This will make it the second ultimate item that I wouldn't have obtained from Season 2. And it's not that it's bad, it's just I don't see myself using this one. I have so many of them. It's not really that unique looking, that great looking. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass on it. But obviously, if you want it, you know what you need to do in order to get it. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the game update. So the game did receive an update for Ranked FFA. So that was a game mode that was released last week, and 343 made adjustments based on the community, and all within 1 week, so a fast turnaround time there. And so what they adjusted is now the players per match have been moved up from 6 to now 8 players, and then the game mode King of the Hill has been removed from the playlist. Overall, some great changes, and I'm sure the community appreciates how fast they made these adjustments. Now, an item that I want to make you aware of in case you haven't seen is if you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you do get the perks. Past tense weapon coding for the Spanker rocket launcher, along with the usual double XP and challenge swaps. So make sure to obtain that if you are a subscriber. Next, we have the news. We are 3 weeks from the winter update releasing. It is so close, but yet so far. Well, 343 will be releasing their winter update overview video tomorrow, October 19th at 8 AM Pacific Standard Time. Expect to see the battle pass, the 2 new maps, and more details on campaign co-op and forge, and I'm hoping for a little bit of a surprise. Obviously, we're all hoping for a surprise there at the end because we want just a little bit more. So hopefully 343 will give us that. Next, we have HCS Worlds, the big championship to finish off HCS Season 1. It'll be happening this week from Thursday to Sunday. It'll also give you the opportunity to obtain up to 16 items via Twitch drops. Now, I have done a video about this, sort of about it. I put that out on, I want to say Sunday, so go ahead and check it out there, or I'll be doing an update video with maybe a little bit more info if more info comes out about this event, but that will be happening probably within the next 2 days, so look out for that video if it's something you're interested in. Then the last but not least section is the polls, and I want to thank everyone who takes the time to answer these polls. Now, the first one I asked, how do you like the newly added Social Slayer playlist? And it was up for about 6 days. We got a total of 483 votes, and about half the people, 51%, said they haven't even tried the game mode yet. With 28 or so, about a quarter, loved it, and the remaining 21% found it was okay or not their thing. I did put this poll up the day after the game mode did release, so I'm wondering if I would have held off if it would have given different results. But this is what I got here. Then we got poll number 2, which I asked, so the Social Slayer playlist has been out 2 days. Which game mode do you feel is the best? And we got 194 votes on that one. And about half of the people like Kong Slayer the most, which I'd have to agree with. That is probably the funnest game mode that I have in there. I also enjoyed the rocket modes, but it looks like in total, they only got made up about 17% of people liking that game mode the most, or those 2 game modes the most, because there are 2 different ones. There's just the straight up Rocket Repulsors, and then Rocket Repulsors, but Dodgeball. And a lot of people didn't really like that whole Dodgeball mechanic, which I did like it. You know, especially if you have a team that you're communicating with that have decent skills, you can actually come back. I mean, we were down to the last life on my team, and the communication, he got a kill, brought one person back, they got a kill, and it kind of went, flipped it, and we ended up taking out the rivaling team there. So overall, I like these game modes, and I hope they continue to add more to this playlist. Now, I do know that 343 does have Turbo Slayer. I just don't know when they're going to be adding it, and if it will be added in the future to this playlist, which I hope it is. So that wraps up this video. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. But until next time, Assassinator out.